In this short video I'm going to show you how to install and use the SentryBay Armored Client for Citrix. So here we have our Windows 10 PC. At present there's no Citrix receiver installed. The Armored Client will install the Citrix receiver to the designated version. If no receiver is detected, it's installed. If an older version of the receiver is detected, it's upgraded. If, however, a newer version is installed from the one we're currently distributing, then it's simply left alone. So to install the Armored Client, we go to the supplied URL and fill out the information, which is just the email address and a captcha code. For our actual customers, they would host this page themselves, and they could put in form validation to ensure the correct email addresses are used. So once I've completed the form, I simply download the initial package, which is just a few K, and launch that. So the Armored Client and the receiver in this case will be downloaded, and then the installation process starts. It's also important to note that if you've got antivirus running, if it detects any of the receiver installation processes and asks you to acknowledge them, just allow these to always run. Okay, now the packages are downloaded, we simply click Next and agree to the license agreement, and then the installation process starts. At this point it'll also check a license out from the SentryBay Cloud portal. So now the installation is completed, we need to reboot the PC, so just click Finish. Now we've rebooted our PC and logged back in, we'll see that we've got an Armored Client icon on the desktop, and there's also one in the Windows Start menu. So to use the Armored Client to log on to our Citrix environment, simply start the application. At this stage it will create a secure workspace session, which, as you can see, has an inbuilt browser based on Mozilla technology. We've also got our own taskbar engineered in the bottom for familiar desktop functionality, and we can return back to the normal desktop at any time by simply clicking the Return to Desktop button. And also, if we click the bottom left corner, we can exit the Armored Client entirely, and also see the current version that we're running. So the Armored Client, the Armored browser is totally secure from common attack vectors, including screen scraping and keylogging. And we'd log on to the gateway as we normally would. For our actual customers, we set the target URLs for them, so they're hard-coded in, and in the evaluation version we just have to type them in each time, it doesn't get retained. So the Armored Client supports smart cards for authentication, and any multi-factor authentication technology that you use today will work with the Armored Client as normal. So in our lab environment, I've just got single factor authentication, and when I log on I get to my Citrix environment and my desktops and my published applications in a normal way. So when I actually launch a Citrix session, okay, so the entire session, all of the receiver processes are running in the context of the secure workspace session and are totally secure from screen scraping, keyloggers and other common attack threat vectors. All of the ICA channels work as normal and are controlled by HDX ICA policies by the administrator, and also the taskbar works as normal, and it also supports multi-monitors in a normal way if you're using them. So everything I do within my Citrix session is protected from as I said, keyloggers and screen scrapers and other attack vectors. To return to the underlying desktop without terminating our Citrix session, we simply go back to our Armored Client taskbar and click Return to Desktop, and we can use the desktop in the normal way as we do every day. It is important to note that the Armored Client is providing no protection for anything else on the Windows PC, but at this point the Citrix session that I've left running is totally secure and isolated. If I want to go back to my Citrix session, I just click my Armored Client icon in the taskbar and then click my icon to go in the session. I'm back in my Citrix desktop now. So use of the Armored Client should be enforced on the NetScaler gateway. There are various methods of doing that. So if I actually now exit the Armored Client, at this point, when the Armored Client closes, it will also terminate all of the running receiver processes, thus ending my Citrix session. And that concludes the demonstration.